Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live. Sorry, apologies for the lateness. We're trying to see if we can wait for Flawless, but I don't know where he is. I think he's fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? So big up to Flawless. Hopefully he can join us a little bit later. But big up the brothers, Double A, Ash. How are you, man? Everything all good?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us on. Obviously, look forward to this show the most. The week, big up to Saeed, big up to Ash, Flawless, wherever he is, Andy, wherever he is.
Yeah.
Big up to the best chat on YouTube as well. Yeah, man. I mean, eventful Sunday again, eventful Manchester United game. Looking to unpack it, hear your thoughts, hear the chat's thoughts. I know where I stand on it. It's unacceptable, but I'm just, we are where we are, mate. And, we have to just take this game as it comes, man. We're in the trenches, aren't we? And listen, it's not boring, is it? That's if you're looking at a neutral standpoint, it's not boring. It's not Van Gaal, is it? Do you know what I mean? But it's not really what we want to be doing. So yeah, man, I'm all good. I'm looking forward to speaking on what, again, like I say, very eventful game.
Yeah, man. Ash, how are you, man? Everything all good?
Yeah, all good as always. Thanks for having us. Pleasure speaking to Double A and that, and you chat over there, sat there wherever you are in the world, and that. Hope you're looking after yourselves. And yeah, a little bit frustrated coming away from that game because it felt like in the second half there was opportunities. Before Ten Hag started to kind of like kill the game a little bit. It was an open game. The way I said it was an open game, and then he decided to close the game. And we were doing well in an open game, do you know what I mean? And it was frustrating to see. So, I mean, we'll speak about it. But yeah, life's good. Life's all right. I couldn't get down there today, but, it's one of those, family and all that. So, but yeah, all good. Just the frustration with the 2-2 because I felt like there was something more potentially in there for us. Although, having said that, if you'd offered us 2-2 before the game, then I'll probably snap your hand off for it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it just felt like it felt like they weren't at it. Do you know what I mean? It just felt like they just did. You saw all the chances were missing in the first half. They should have killed that game in the first half. It should have been 3-4 opportunities they had. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, or easy.
I did a vlog today, and I'll try and get it out after this year. But bro, Liverpool should have beat us 4-0 in that first. They had chance after chance after, and I thought at one point they were doing it on purpose because they were like, you know what, we'll get another one. It's like arrogance, and I messaged Grizz at halftime and I said, yo, I think you might have had all your chances, because you lot were just being wasteful. Yeah, big up to the 14 shots they had in the first half. 14 shots. Bro,
there were good opportunities as well, weren't there? Good opportunities.
Yeah, a lot of good opportunities. A lot of good opportunities.
It's not as if most of them went wide or anything. It didn't go wide or it didn't. They were like good, serious opportunities that were just getting. And the 1v1s, the overloads, the midfield gap, it was relentless. Liverpool in that first 5 or 10 minutes. I thought United had it. I thought the United were a bit upbeat, but then obviously when they started taking control, the shots just kept coming in. And that Bruno Fernandes, I'm telling you right now, again, I don't care if he scored today. I genuinely, for me, it was a gift of a goal. But his performance, again, man, disgraceful. This Bruno Fernandes, I told you people, he's a detriment to Manchester United. I don't care what anybody says. You can go get me the stat sheet. You can go get me his GA. I swear down to you, I will never rate Bruno Fernandes. Never. I will never rate him because this guy nearly cost us in the first half. Kept giving the ball away, giving the ball away. I was like, bro, him and Rashford as well on that left-hand side. Bro, what are you doing, man? Nobody could give the ball away. And then obviously we got into the first half, I was like 1-0, but cool. Let's go on second half. And then obviously we got it gifted and whatnot. So yeah, man, just like it's crazy, man. And it's just chaos. We can't just have no game where it's just like normal. Like all our games now, like it's peak viewing if you're a neutral. But if you're a United fan, bro, you do not want to see this sort of football. You do not want to see this sort of football. I'm sorry. Whether you think it's great or not, it's not great football, man. I'll be honest with you guys. Like the euphoria, the adrenaline, everyone's coming out of the ground thinking, yeah, we stopped the Scouts, it's cool. But if you're genuinely looking at it, it's not a great game for Man United. It's not. It's really, really not.
It's terrible.
It's not, guys.
I tweeted out saying, I can't actually believe that I'm disappointed that we've dropped three undeserved points, by the way. I'm not saying we deserve to win that game at all, but in that second half, we were winning. And we'll probably talk about how we've ended up drawing the game. But, mate, you talk about Bruno, that first half. Mate, you know the film Groundhog Day? Bill Murray, yeah?
Yeah.
Same day. Again, Bruno must be stuck in the 89th minute of a game, the way he just levers the ball up the pitch thinking, I just need to clear the lines. I just need to clear the lines. He must think every single time, clear the line. I've never known a player just hit the kick a ball without even thinking where it's going. Like, at this point, even the most biggest Bruno fan cannot sit here and try and tell me that he needs to be dropped from out. And I never thought I would ever say that. He needs, as much as we said it earlier on in the season about Rashford needs to be dropped for Anthony, Garnacho, Sancho, whoever it was.
Yeah, drop him for Mount.
Mount now deserves a chance in this team. And I'm saying that as a person who doesn't rate Mason Mount highly at all. Bruno needs to be taken out of this team because we can't continue to see this hot potato football, killing moves, slowing the game down, no thought, no processing his thinking of what he wants to do when he has the ball at his feet. And listen, it's like you said, mate, he's the detriment and he's one of the biggest at the moment in time. Those front three might as well not even be on the pitch when he has the ball at his feet because he's not going to find them with a pass or he's just going to waste every opportunity that we're giving. And I'll give him his props for the finish for the goal because that's a hard one to hit. That's a hard chance to take, and he hits it beautifully. But that saved his neck being on a chopping block tonight for me because if that doesn't go in, the rest of the time on the pitch he was easily bottom two on the pitch of the players that played for Manchester United. He was terrible, easy,
man. You know what I mean? And like I said to you, you go into that first half thinking to yourself, bloody hell, not even a shot on target. In that first half, which was absolutely mad to think that United, apart from obviously the Garnacho offside goal, which you guys backstage said it was offside. You know what I mean? United didn't really create anything. And
Bruno should have.
I know, listen, everyone chill out with Casemiro. We'll get on to Casemiro. Don't worry, man. You lot are just like, you're a pack of hounds. I get it. We'll talk about. Listen, I'm ready for it.
Let's go back to. Let's go back to Bruno for a second. We should have released that ball a little bit earlier for Garnacho as well. That ball's that ball's there for Garnacho to score. Do you know what I mean? He's there. He takes 2 or 3 steps before he releases it, and so frustrating to see because he was onside. He had time. He had space, and he's at the moment everything Bruno's doing is rushed. He needs to just calm down a little bit and just keep it simple. Do you know what I mean? Because everything, like you're saying there, Saeed, it's double A. It's like 89th minute, 90th minute. Like he's desperate to spam long balls or he's desperate to release the ball. He can't just seem to kind of slow things down and keep possession, kind of keep momentum momentum. He doesn't know what it is. And you know what? I've got a little bit of sympathy for Bruno, you know, because I feel like he's a better player than what he's showing us. Do you know what I mean? And I do feel like it's the coaching. I do feel like the coach, Ten Hag, I feel like what I mean to say is I feel like a better coach would get more from Bruno, would be able to put him into a spot, wouldn't have so much expectations upon him. Do you know what I mean? Would play him simple football that he could play a little bit more composed, a little bit more calm, and have him playing in his team. Whereas it's almost as if Ten Hag just go to him, listen, go and create us some magic, go and do something for us. Do you know what I mean? And isn't actually giving him, like Mustafa's saying in the chat, he's just way too erratic. Way too erratic.
It's funny what you say there, Ash, about the fact that everything is too fast. You know, he's too quick to do everything, and you know, he doesn't think about what he should do. The one time he should be quick, today he doesn't do it, and he waits. He doesn't. The one time he should be Bruno and pass the ball fast, he doesn't do it. But I hear what you're saying, and a better coach would make him play better. But that doesn't excuse. I think that's an excuse for.
I don't think he will.
But I think it could hone him, and the fact he can't even make simple 5-yard passes, or the consistency in which he underhits or overhits. You think of that one on Thursday night where Garnacho's free and he underhits it massively. Bro, the space behind the fullback was a chasm. How you've not just played the simple ball. I think Bruno's been very, very important for Manchester United in a very bad period. I think, you know, he did. I can't take away what he did for us. I thought he was brilliant for a period. But, you know, with any player, Rashford, Maguire, Casemiro, anyone, we can't look back and start thinking, well, yeah, but when he's like this, he's this. This is the Bruno we have now. This is the Bruno we're seeing for a season. And I said it on Friday to you, Saidi, when we were talking to Marcel about Ten Hag. I'm judging every player now on this season. I don't give a fuck what you did last season, or who you are, your name, what money you're on. Going from August last year to May, June this year is where I'm judging you on. Do I think Bruno should be playing for Manchester United right now? Absolutely not. But he is amongst others as well. And I think we deserve to see what we are like without him in the team. Now Mount is consistently fit, or what it looks like consistently fit. Now we've got Mainoo being the best player in the team, not even in the midfield, the best player in the team. And we have, we'll talk about him, but Casemiro is there. We deserve to see something without Bruno now. And the fact that he's shit, and yes, he's the captain, but he's shit, and he still is being played. Ahmad not coming on again, being shunted out to the right. You know, we're allowing him just to be moved around and kept on the pitch. We deserve better. And the manager needs to take accountability for allowing this player power to continue and these egos to be driven, that these players can just play all the time, regardless of what they're producing on the pitch. I want to see United without Bruno. I want to see what we can do without him. Whether that's better or worse, I don't care.
You can't have Bruno or Casemiro. You've got to do one or the other. You know what I mean? You can't have both of them in there. You know what I mean? Because there's no control, man. And with our midfield as well, you know what I mean? Like, you're leaving Kobbie Mainoo exposed. You know what I mean? You can't have both of them in there. It's one or the other. You know what I mean? Or it's Bruno out or Casemiro. Because like I said to you, Casemiro's second half was awful. I don't think he had a bad first half, if I'm being honest with you. For second half, he was just giving the ball away, man, and just being very, very, again, just like, you know, just not great, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of Casemiro's biggest fans, but that second half was horrendous. But when I keep saying this midfield structure isn't great, and we don't know what we're doing, and we're the worst coach team in the league, I just, you know, it's very, very, for me, that midfield balance here, he has not got it right all season. Last year, he got it right with Eriksen, Casemiro, and Bruno. He got it right last year. Okay, sometimes it wasn't working, but for large parts, he found that consistency. This season, there's no consistency in that midfield. And today, McTominay would have probably started. You know, who knows? McTominay would have probably started today.
He 100% would have started. He 100% would have started today.
So would it have changed if Casemiro was on the pitch? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Casemiro's a massive worry, and today is the day I've been broken down, and he probably has to go. And that takes a lot. I'm a loyal guy to Casemiro. I think he's been one of the best midfielders for the last 10 years or so. And again, I can't judge off a name. I have to judge on what I'm watching on the pitch. He looks like it's one or two things. It looks like he can't do what's being asked of him, or it looks like he doesn't want to do what is being asked of him. Is his head elsewhere? Is he already in Saudi? Is he already away from Manchester United? It has to be one of the two. Like, for so long, I've probably excused him, saying, well, he's just out of form. Give him some time. He can turn it round. Yeah. That time has come and passed now. He clearly can't turn it around. It looks like.
So you think he's done? He's finished. He can't have an impact and a role in this team. I think he's finished?
Yeah, I think if he could come on and if he could show me 15 to 20 minutes of him playing well, I could accept that, and he could be a bit part player, have that presence around the dressing room. But it's twofold with this, because firstly, I want him to stay because of who he is and what he could bring to Mainoo. I think Mainoo is learning a lot from him, and I think Mainoo's spoken well of Casemiro and vice versa. But firstly, I don't trust the club to replace him. I don't trust United to go and get a player that can replace Casemiro. So that's one reason why I want him to stay a little bit. And also, I think if we did get rid of him, Mainoo gets shunted to 6. And that's clearly not what he is. And I think we kill a player and potential of what is one of the best number 8, or potentially could be one of the best number 8s we've seen at Manchester United, if not the Premier League, for a while.
Does he know his midfield free? Like, because for me, you got Mason Mount on the bench, you got Amrabat on the bench, you've got Eriksen on the bench. He won't try them free. You've got McTominay, who he tries here and there as a replacement with Casemiro. He doesn't know.
No idea what he's doing. He's no idea what he's doing. Saeed. He's not got a clue, has he? Do you know what I mean?
I think now it's Bruno, Mainoo, and Casemiro. I think they are his 3, because he has a 6, he has an 8, he has a 10. They are the 3. It has to be them.
Well, I don't think Casemiro wants to be a sole 6. That's the thing, Double A. I don't. You saw him at Madrid. He has partners with him, someone who's going to sit a little bit deeper. And he just feels like what you were just saying there. I don't think he wants to do the job. I don't think he wants to be screening the back four and playing that role. Do you know what I mean? You can see even when he gets into the box and stuff, he likes to play a little bit more, box to box. And I just feel like he's not buying into the system. I think you see that with how many times you see him today sliding into challenges that he's never going to win. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So frustrating, and leaving the back four all alone by themselves. It's almost as if he uses that as an excuse, like, well, I attempted to make the challenge. He kind of cheated himself having to defend and having to track back because he's thrown himself into a challenge. And for me, I don't think he's interested in playing this role, and I think he knows. He's a world-class player, or he's been a world-class player, and obviously he understands the top caliber of coaches that he's played up under, and he most likely can see that under Ten Hag. He can see that this guy's not it. Do you know what I mean? And he's not giving it 100%. He's not throwing everything at it because he knows this guy's a bum. Do you know what I mean? He knows what he's saying is not going to work, and it's all rudimentary. There's nothing complex within his systems. You see what Ten Hag does and puts out there on the football field. It's not it, and I don't think he's ever going to be it. And Eriksen, I don't know what he's done to be ostracised and not be put in the team after the performances he put in last year.
Not even a minute. When's the last time he played, by the way?
He played against Liverpool, didn't he, in the FA Cup game? He came on, didn't he?
Yeah, about a couple of minutes. That was it.
Yeah,
right at the death, weren't it? Extra time as well.
But Eriksen, for me, has not looked the same since that injury from Carroll. He's not been the same player since then. I think we've all seen that the legs have absolutely gone. And this is the problem last season. We talk about he had that midfield free, or his midfield was kind of set. But Eriksen in the big games, you think about that City game at the Etihad, fucking hell. Like, they're absolutely battered. He can't. And the tracking of midfield runners has been a problem. He's one of the worst for that, for me, when he does play in the midfield. I think, unfortunately, it's just, Ashley's right what he's saying. These big players won't suffer fools. These players that have pedigree won't suffer fools. Like, Rio's been speaking about it this week, about Moyes, when Moyes on the pre-season tour saying, it's a big club, this, isn't it? Fuck me. Like, you knew that early that this man is not the right. Yeah. If a man
listen, Ronaldo got a sniff, didn't he? Ronaldo got a sniff of Ten Hag and was like, I'm out.
He ain't for me. Yeah, he ain't for me.
Listen, this comment here, stop making agenda for Casemiro. He's on $340,000 a week. Listen, Rashford's on a lot of money. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like,
hold on. What agenda are we making? We're saying he's bad. We're saying he's not playing well. We're saying he should probably leave the club. I don't understand what you said. We're saying what we're watching is not Casemiro playing at a level that is acceptable for him to play for Manchester United. Or Manchester United, we believe, can go on and do good things. There's not an agenda.
You know what it is, though? We did it with Matic. We did it with who else did we do it with? There's a lot of midfielders that come to the football club. Look at Eriksen after 1 year, he's washed and his legs are gone, etc. Like, only United can do this, you know. Only United.
Yeah. Sorry? Is a 10 playing as an 8, first of all? It shouldn't be.
That's what I'm saying.
He's never played. We did it with Mata, shunted him to the right wing when he's the best. He was the best 10 in the Premier League at the time.
Exactly. There you go.
But it comes down to scouting and misprofiling of players every single time. And Manchester United have the worst sort of history for that. It's
29. You know what I mean, bro? He should be at least, giving us something. He didn't give us anything because United just again misprofiled him and misused him and mismanaged him. Only United we can do this. It happens so many times where we get a player that we could have benefit from, and he's all of a sudden washed after a while. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like I'm saying, like this is common here. One man, Casemiro, cannot cover a huge gap in midfield. His passing, I understand, but the way the teams are going through our midfield, it's an absolute joke, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if Carragher
and he's getting him to high press as well.
Neville. Yeah, what did Carragher and Gary Neville say today? What did they say today?
You know what, Saeed? I was pretty buzzing, to be fair, because Gary Neville was calling it. Gary Neville was saying we were looking like a League One team. He was saying we weren't set up proper, and he was saying how poor. It surprised me first time. He's proper gone in on Ten Hag in the way he was describing how we were playing and how bad the tactics. He was calling it schoolboy tactics and everything. Do you know what I mean? He was going in. I think he's done. I think he's done now. He's had enough, and it was good to hear it being called out because it needed to be called out now for a long time. Do you know what I mean?
And Gary Neville said injuries aren't an excuse. And then all the comments today crying, man. Everyone crying in the comments saying Gary Neville doesn't know football. He's right. We make an excuse. I did a space yesterday. The amount of people using injuries as an excuse. It's not an excuse, man. Liverpool have had injuries. We've had injuries. Everyone has injuries. It's how you cope and how you use your squad.
It's coaching.
Too tight.
It all coaching.
100%.
It stops at coaching because this is the thing I was saying to you, Ash, before about last season. How after 2 games, Ten Hag knew that the players that he had after the 2 losses, he had to tighten it up in the back line, the back 5. The reason why we got the Golden Glove was because he tightened up the back line and it was hard to break down, and we built on that. It wasn't pretty, but it did the job. Now, for whatever reason, he's for United to have conceded the most shots in 2024 in the top 5 leagues is, frankly, the most embarrassing stat you could probably put up. Of all the records he has broke, right, Ten Hag, and he's broke a lot of records, bad ones. That, for me, has to go down as one of the worst, because that's telling me you are not set up to be strong at the back and build on from the front. That tells me everything that I'm seeing week in, week out. So for people to start talking about other excuses, it's the injuries. No, because you have a squad of players. So whoever's playing, you coach them to the best of your ability, and you have to trust in them to do the job. You can't tell. Like the only person in that back 5 that come in today that's not a first team player was Cambuala, right? So
we're going to have to talk about him as well.
So there's no excuse for us to be conceding 14 shots in the first half. There's no excuse for it.
It's a joke, man. And that comes down to midfield. It's not a defense. It's not as if Maguire's got his leg wrapped up and he's giving a ball away and got a shot like that, or Dallo. It's the midfield that's causing the issues. Big up to Tyson. No DM performance horrendous system. Come on, guys. Are you seriously going to blame and get rid of another winner and a player with standards? And big up to Adiwale, says Casemiro doesn't fit this style. Simple. We play haram football. It's horrible to watch. Not sustainable. Get me De Zerbi. And Erik ten Hag can take Bruno and Rashford with him. And Ugo says Casemiro has no legs to play box to box either. He's done. Double A, I understand your fear, but if we get a decent fee, we should take it.
I agree. I agree.
It's not a good idea.
I agree. But I have to hope that the manager goes with him.
I can't sell Casemiro before Bruno, man. I'm sorry, guys, man.
I can't sell either of them
before Casemiro before Bruno.
I can't sell either of them.
Bruno's more of a detriment to Casemiro. I'm saying it right now. Bruno Fernandes is more of a detriment than Casemiro. Yeah, it's shit versus shit, maybe, for some eyes, but I cannot, for me, have Bruno Fernandes, captain of the football club, still at my club. I'm sorry, man.
I agree. And
I'm sorry.
And this is why it's so important.
I cannot have it.
This is why it's so important that we get to see Mount, Kobbie, and
why does he not want to play Mount? Listen, does he not want to start Mount ever? Like, what does he want to do with Mount? What is the plan with Mount?
I think
what do you want to do?
Feeding the excuse about we need to make sure he's consistently fit before I trust him to do. But he's given.
He's fit, man. He's been fit for like 3 weeks.
He's giving him pity minutes. Like
I could understand that. Listen, I could understand Double A if he isn't throwing Lisandro Martinez straight back in and he's throwing Luke Shaw straight back in to get injured again. Do you know what I mean? The guy makes no sense.
I hear it because he talks shit. We know he's a liar. We know he talks absolute bollocks. So. For this, and let's not forget, this is our big signing of the summer. This is the guy we've chased and chased and chased, and we put ahead of a striker, we put ahead of a defender, we put ahead of a proper DM, right? So it just goes to show that Ten Hag doesn't have a fucking clue what he's doing because we bring in a left back and he fucks him off. We bring in a DM that he knows already and doesn't ever fucking play him. Sticks him at left back and doesn't play him. And then when he does play well, second half against Forest in the Cup, we've not seen him again since today. Like he doesn't back anything up. Anthony's had his probably best game for United at Chelsea. Doesn't start the game because he thinks Rashford, who has a good record against Liverpool, might do something. Like it's fuck. I mean, I'm just fed up of hearing the bullshit that comes out of this manager's mouth day in day out. And you can get your feathers in a twist or your knickers in a twist, giving it all it's clear and obvious how we play. If that's clear and obvious how we play, get the fuck out of my club. Because that for a Manchester United team to play like that against Liverpool at Old Trafford, you were lucky you are lucky that we didn't get an absolute battering. Because if they had their shooting boots on today, first half, it could have been 5-0. And
you know what's mad?
You're lucky, man.
You know what's mad, yeah? Big up to Adewale, by the way, before I say what I'm going to say. Forget who said it on your last show. Eric Ten Hag's system requires incredible, good technical players, and even it might not work. The only reason he dominated the Eredivisie is because he had better players than everyone else. And why I know United fans' IQ is low, why it is, our players' legs go. Football doesn't work like that. Your legs just don't go. Free Ahmad. Ahmad, again, no minutes, man. Absolute no minutes at all today. Anthony again, for me, why didn't he start? People say Rashford should have started. What? Based on what? What did Rashford do today? Can someone explain to me what Rashford did today?
He did fuck all.
Gave the ball away.
Don't remember him doing anything of note that I saw in the game at all. Waste of fucking space. Another player just needs to go. Mate, you can't. People who still defend this number 10, in this team. I don't. Someone put a brilliant tweet out saying Kobbie Mainoo is the product of the academy that we all thought Rashford was, and it's absolutely true. And Kobbie Mainoo is only coming to the team this season. Marcus Rashford for me is a bigger problem than Bruno. He's a bigger problem. I
agree.
Than Bruno.
I think he's a bigger problem than Bruno. Yeah, he doesn't want any of it. He don't want to get involved, does he? You don't see him tracking back. You don't see him. He's not interested. I mean, you saw him against Chelsea in extra time with extra legs and all that. He comes on and he just doesn't want to get involved. You know what I mean? He's not interested.
Look at when Bradley gets that yellow card. Yeah, how was every single ball not going to Rashford? Why is Rashford not wanting to take him on and commit him to a foul? It didn't happen once in the game after he got the yellow card, and it's like even if it's coming like. The manager's not
shouting for it. Sonny, give me the ball. Let me take him on.
You should know.
Especially if you're established. You're looking at Diaz here. Listen, I'm not the greatest fan of Diaz, if I'm being honest with you, but at least he wants the ball. You know what I mean? At least he asks for it. At least he tries to get it. But Rashford, I mean, today he made how many take-ons did he have today? Let me see here. Dribbles attempted. He had 3 dribbles, 2 attempted. No shots, nothing. You know what I mean? Key passes 0, crosses 2, none that were accurate. He had 43 touches. Yeah, I mean, 65 minutes played. Absolutely terrible performance, man. But again, like I said, you know what I mean? Apparently he's gonna have a good some comp out there is gonna make him look good and make him look like he's had an unbelievable game. You know,
Give
this
him
comment here,
You got to put it on
asking
tonight for playing him, though.
who attend games, what is the consensus of Rashford in the stands? Is it everyone much backing him or frustrated? I think everyone's frustrated, man. If you ask Leslie, she'll tell you that, yo, she's not happy with Rashford. She's not been happy with Rashford for a while. She just thinks his whole kind of, you know, the way he's going about in the games is not proactive enough. He's very, very reactive, you know? He's very reactive. You know, so and Garnacho, listen, people can slander me all we want, yeah. Garnacho is our most attacking threat. And you lot, and listen, I get pellets for it. I always said it. Rashford and Garnacho is our biggest threat. Yeah, I wanted Anthony to start, you know, but Garnacho's the only one. Højlund, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We need to have some conversation about Højlund as well, man. I'll be real with you. Today I was very, very pissed off with Højlund today. And people say, no service, no service. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You need to do better. You need to do better in terms of 1v1 duels. You need to be, for me, getting across your body. Get your body across. He's a big lad, you know. Højlund's a big lad.
Yeah.
He's not just a 5'10" player. He's a big lad.
Yeah.
He needs to get his body across. Højlund's got to do better. I'm sorry.
I'm not
saying, listen, I'm not bashing him. Listen, people, yeah. I'm not bashing him. I'm not saying he's washed. I'm not, guys, yeah. People, listen to me carefully. I want him to do well. But for me, I'm just not seeing the overall game. I need to see more. And when he was playing, when he was getting the goals, yeah, I thought there was a few things that I seen a little bit better. But now I'm just like, come on, Højlund, give me a little bit better. But apparently he's not had a shot. I think he's had 3 shots in how many games is it, people? Let me see now, 1 second. I think he's only had 3 shots. If I'm correct.
The problem is though, with that front three side, that's
one shot in 3 games.
That's the worst. That's the worst front three that we can put together, because you look at Rashford, you look at Garnacho, 2 players that invariably are only out for themselves. They want to create. They're not looking to massively create for a forward or anyone else. They want to shoot. They want to score. They want to be the main man. They have that main character syndrome. As much as I rate Garnacho and do think he will be a good player, very, very good player.
Get rid of Højlund. Damn.
I think he needs coaching, bro. He clearly is a young player that should
needs coaching.
He should never have been our starting striker this season. He shouldn't have been, and he's had to do it because the club couldn't go and get someone he could learn off, work off, or get another person. You know, we've got no Martial. There's no one else there that can play 9. And he's been overplayed.
Yeah.
As much as Kobbie's now being overplayed, as much as Garnacho massively being overplayed. And I'm not making.
We're not even playing to his strengths either, though. We're not even playing to his strengths. He's better at getting in behind, coming short and trying to pick up the ball. He's not good turning with the ball. Do you know what I mean? You see that with him. You know, he's not able to control the ball to turn it, bring others into play. What he's best of is being given the ball either in the box or giving the ball in front of him where he can run onto it. Do you know what I mean? So he's not one of them strikers where.
Sorry. He doesn't make intelligent runs, you know. And that's one thing I did kind of say. He doesn't make, you know them kind of runs where you just peel off the striker, or he just kind of floats around in the middle and just kind of stays there. So it's kind of like when Van Dijk and what's the other guy called? Kwanzaa. They were just like, you know what? Let me just go on. One of
my biggest criticisms of him is his anticipation is absolutely dog shit, because there was a ball into the box and it went over him, and I think it was Casemiro headed it backwards towards goal. Yeah. As a striker, you anticipate that ball is going to reach you, and as it comes over his head, he stops, and then he goes, and then it gets flashed across, and I think it was Mainoo missed it, and he was 2-3 yards off the pace. And I was saying to the person I was watching the game, I was like, as a striker, no matter what, you gamble every single time, because 9 times out of 10, yes, the ball's not going to reach you. But that one time it does, you need to be there to put the ball into the box. And this needs either coaching or he just doesn't have it. His anticipation to make runs into the box and to anticipate balls coming to him is dog shit. And his runs, there was one in the second half as well when it might have been Anthony or someone's got the ball and running through the center of the pitch.
Yeah, and he runs to the side.
He made that weird bent run around to the right.
He runs like a winger, doesn't he? That's what he does. He makes his runs like a winger.
What are you doing?
That's what I said.
What are you doing? And listen, for a striker in the Premier League, you won't be successful doing what he's doing at the moment. It needs to change. It needs to change quick. Again, if he doesn't have it in him, we need to find that out quick. But I've said so many times, what the fuck is Benny McCarthy earning his money for? You know what I mean? What is he coaching?
Benny McCarthy's took a year off, man. He's took a sabbatical, man.
Oh, is it? He does that little. I didn't even know that. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we not bringing in Van Persie? Why are we not getting Ruud van Nistelrooy and Andy Cole? These strikers that have played at the club that are top level, world class goal scorers.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he doesn't have it, but I feel like
find out though. We need to find
100%. I feel like for me, you will, and I'm not saying he's done yet, but sometimes we have to also say to ourselves, like, strikers have a habit of having the instincts. They have a habit of, knowing when to make runs. They just, you know what I mean? Like, you're born with it. Yeah, you can improve.
Sniff it. They know they can sense it. They know when a ball's going to. They anticipate. They have that anticipation. They know where to be in the right spots. We've seen some great strikers over the years. Ruud van Nistelrooy was the best at it. Do you know what I mean? Just having that nous, that understanding to be where you're supposed to be. And Højlund's not got that. He's got the anticipation of a winger, a wide player. And he needs like Double A saying, he needs a proper coach to coach him, and that can do something that he can develop over 2-3 years. But that's not something that he's ever going to be exceptional at, because it's not like you're saying there, Saeed. It's not instinctive with him. He's not got those instincts to be in the right position, right time. And
that's worrying.
No,
that's massively worrying.
Yeah, this comment here, Højlund did play in the front two. Yeah, he did with, I think it was Muriel or someone else. Højlund should not be a starter, need a starter. Listen, you know what it is, yeah? I don't know how many chances we created today. I mean, let me just quickly check right now how many chances, because even though it was a basketball game, you know what I'm saying, we had 5 shots on target today. They had 28 shots. A couple of them were over the bar, but, they had 28 shots to our 9. Which is crazy. And we had 5 on target. They had 7 on target. Passing accuracy, 76%. That is a Premier League club, At home as well, 76%. Are you crazy?
Did you see the Optus stat? Optus tweeted that.
Someone was saying to me. What was that one?
Opta tweeted Liverpool had 62 shots in the first 2 Premier League matches against Manchester United this season. No side has ever made more against a single opponent in a single season on record.
Yeah.
So no team has ever as many shots against one opponent on record. I mean, not against the likes of Derby, against Norwich City in 2 games, against Man United. They've had more shots against the same opponent. Not just them, any team in Premier League history. Madness.
Yeah. People think he deserves another season. It's fucking. It's wild, mate.
It's
absolutely wild.
Like I said to you, it was 1-1. We got the goal, and then, bro, a moment of magic. People are saying it's similar to the Makeda goal, but I think it's a little bit better. I know Makeda goal was unbelievable. Don't get me wrong,
The context of the Makeda one was better.
Yeah, the context of the Makeda goal, but that Kobbie Mainoo strike. You know what's mad, A couple of people were tweeting at half time saying Kobbie Mainoo ain't all that and he's not that great. And, they were basically doubting Kobbie Mainoo. You know what I'm saying to you? Which is kind of crazy, because like I said, you can't deny quality, mate. I'm just kind of gutted that wasn't the winning goal, because I'm like, that deserved to be the winner.
It should have been. It should have been. Yeah, the reason why people were jumping on his back, mate, is because, again, he was let down by tactics in the build up of the goal, because again, this hybrid fucking zonal man marking thing that we're doing at corners when we're shit at corners anyway. And I think the commentary team picked up on it again. Ash can back me up on that, where they were saying it looked like Kobbie Mainoo was asking Harry Maguire what he was meant to be doing, where he was meant to be at a corner. Yeah. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing at a corner, what is going on? Like, what is actually?
He's not a sub. You can understand when it's a substitute. Yeah. You can understand when they're just coming into the field, but the fact that that's the game plan, he has no idea what's going on in the game plan. It's madness.
And he's stuck to his job, and obviously Diaz has lost him and managed to score a goal. So that's where it was all coming from at half time. Saying is that the fact that people were like, "Oh, look at him, he's defensively, he's not that great." Blah blah blah. No, he's been let down by tactics there. And I've said he's Manchester United's best player. He's 18 years old, and these experienced players are having to look up to him because he's dragging these out the mud. And, you know, we saw it against Wolves, and he should have got the winner today because, listen, of a season that is so dark and bleak, he has been the shining light and the only nugget of positivity that we can scramble for and look at and think, you know, 2023, 24 hasn't been that bad because of what Kobbie Mainoo is doing. And for a young player to keep exceeding his own expectations and the expectations of the fans, and showing that we do really have a great potential of a footballer there. First of all, it makes me very, very sad that an 18-year-old is Manchester United's best player. You know, because it shouldn't be
mad,
the case.
When you deep it,
shouldn't be
when
the
you
case.
deep it,
it's
mad, bro.
It shouldn't be the case. But the fact that he is and he's here is, you know, a testament to him and his mentality, because that's a mentality we wish the whole squad had. And for a young player to come through the academy and do it and show it, and showing other academy players this is how we should be doing it at Manchester United, speaks volumes. So, listen, I do feel sorry for him because Wan-Bissaka let him down massively. I'm sure we'll get onto that, and I've got a lot to say about that. But that goal, again, it just epitomises the class that is oozing through that kid. Honestly, so happy.
You know what I loved about that goal? He didn't even look at the goal when he struck it. Do you know what I mean? He knew exactly. He knew exactly where the goal was. Do you know what I mean? He had that understanding, and he's that kind of a player, like we'd seen in the past with some of the greats and stuff. That you see that they understand, they've got that vision, that imprint in the mind of where the players are on the football field. Do you know what I mean? And he knew exactly where that goal and top corner was. And when he hit it as well, just when he hit it, he started to peel away like he already knew it had gone in. You know what I mean? And love that.
Aura, man. He's got an aura, man. He knows he deserves to be in this team. You know when you don't, you know when you kind of like being a bit shy in that, and you kind of like, you know how no disrespect to what's his name, Hannibal. You know when he scored in that against the 3-1 against Brighton, man started celebrating in that, and I was like, yo, I'm glad for him and that, but come on, man, we're 3-0 down, mate. But you got to 3-1, and I was like, yo, bro, chill, man, chill. But this one here was like, calm down. Calm down.
Same against Wolves, innit? Do you know what I mean? Oh,
yeah, beautiful. Bro. Same against Wolves. Like, yo, man's got this. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, man just knows what to do in it. You feel me? So I thought that was unbelievable. And then I thought, bro, we could get a third here. But then for some reason, again, like I said to you, we just sat back. And that's it.
Killed all the momentum again. Did it against Chelsea. Did it again. Subs, horrendous subs. Like brings in a player cold like Amrabat, the player that we've been screaming he should have been doing for weeks.
Oh man, he was lost. He was lost in there.
Should have done it at Chelsea. Didn't do it. Does it in this game. Does it in this game, and it couldn't have gone. Why am I seeing Amrabat play right wing? What the fuck is going on? Like, why is he making right wing runs in the second half? Like.
Taking off Garner as well, that was big, weren't it? Taking off Garner, you know, he was a threat in behind, and he was tracking back, and the goal came from his side where he was down that left side. Do you know what I mean? And it was madness. I was saying a little bit earlier, we were saying backstage, weren't we, that it was an open game, and Ten Hag chose to close it. He chose to close that game and just kill it and kill it dead. Yeah. You know, poor.
It's too many excuses. Yeah, it's too many times we've seen it, and it's scared. And I couldn't understand if we had a good track record of doing that. But the fact she did it on Thursday and shit the bed, like, kill the game. Go and kill the game. Go and get another goal. Go and get
on the ascendancy. We were on the ascendancy. Yeah. We were literally, for me, could have got the third goal. There was that kind of like, you know, they were rattled. Liverpool were rattled.
Yeah, man.
You know? And then, like I said to you, a moment of madness. I mean, I look back at it, you know, I don't think it's a penalty. I'm being serious.
No,
is it a penalty?
It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Regardless of
you can't ask a ref not to give that. That's the thing, though. We'd be screaming for it. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of those you're looking at it.
Contact, though.
But do you know what?
You're saying it's soft.
Don't give him a reason to go down easy in that position with him shielding the ball with his Elliot has kind of got his back to Wan-Bissaka. As much as you might trust your tackling ability in that position, where you know we're a player with quick feet who can move the ball quickly, change your direction, technically gifted, don't put yourself in the position. And once you do, and It might be soft. It might be a soft touch, but once you give him the reason to go down, it's a penalty. It's a penalty all day long, and I won't. It's embarrassing a bit for
I'm
me.
just watching it again.
The United fans are saying it's
no, but he landed on him though. He landed on him.
But once you go in,
watch his trailing leg. Watch his right trailing leg. It gets caught under Wan-Bissaka's left, and it's okay, that there. He does go. He does go down a little bit easy, but watch it's behind. It's not at the front where the contact. It looks like initially like the contact's from the front, but it's actually it's soft. It's soft, but it's there. You see it,
bro.
Yeah.
It's man,
soft, but it is.
That's not the challenge that brings him down, though, because he actually
he's going down first.
But as an action, once you dive in like that, you give yourself.
VR's not turning it over, are they?
No, not at all.
You know what's good as well, yeah? Elliott gets the ball away from Wan-Bissaka rather than getting the ball forward into Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the ball into Wan-Bissaka so he can get it. He puts a ball towards his side. So then he's not really kind of, you know what's mad? He's not really going to do anything there. This is what's stupid about it for Wan-Bissaka.
He lost his head. Wan-Bissaka lost his head, dove in. And Wan-Bissaka usually, he knows to dive in outside of the box, but inside of the box, he's pretty cool and calm. He's composed. He stays on his feet. But in this instance, he just lost his head. I don't know what he was thinking because there was no imminent danger there. Like he'd had a backup with Camboire madness, just Shea just lost his head. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know if he didn't know where he was on the pitch at that time. You'd have to speak to Wan-Bissaka, but just lost his head. But Gareth, a penalty for sure. He's not getting overturned by VAR. The ref always wanted to give it Anthony Joshua because he's from Manchester, so he wants to look like he's unbiased by giving everything against us. Do you know what I mean? So we never get anything from that.
Yeah, 100%, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, bro, it's just you know what it is? Concentration. But you know when you're sitting back and then you know what? I'm not justifying, players what they do and their actions here, but you start to make dumb decisions, man. But when you're on the front foot and you're going through it and there seems to be a plan. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know what to do, and that idea, that's what happens, man. Last-ditch tackles, and ultimately he did it in the box and they weren't even that great second half. Yeah, they got him behind a lot of times, but they weren't even that great. Núñez was rubbish. Salah, again, stat padded. You know what I mean? He was ghost, for the majority of the game. Let's be honest. Diaz, I thought, was probably their best attacker in a sense.
Núñez got shut down, didn't he, by Camboire?
Szoboszlai, I told people about Szoboszlai. That guy's a flop. Nobody wants to talk about it. I thought Elliott, I don't know why they don't start Elliott. They've played us how many times here? Did Elliott start against the other time? He might have started at Anfield, but every other game, I'm glad Elliott didn't start, because had Elliott started, I'll be honest with you, they probably would have won that because he just kind of had the kind of final ball or the kind of, the instinctives. He had that kind of like, I'm trying to say, like he got it where Szoboszlai was just running around. Let's be honest. He's like Bruno Fernandes, that's Szoboszlai. And there's genuinely, him and Bruno Fernandes, they play the same way.
Yeah, it's Timu Bruno.
Hey?
Timu Bruno, do you know what I mean? He's a fraud. I don't see anything from him that got his redeemable quality. You look at that midfield, really, and that goes to the coaching and the difference of a coach that Jurgen Klopp is. You look at Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai as that midfield three. You compare that midfield three prior at the start of the season to Casemiro, Bruno, and Mainoo, or you put Eriksen in there, you put whatever. You're looking on paper, and I'm sure Klopp is looking at our midfield as a stronger midfield, but it just shows that Ten Hag just can't get the best out of these players. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's the coach. I mean, we keep talking about players and stuff, but it's the tactics. We've seen at the start of the game playing Rashford over Anthony. Anthony had a good performance. His best performance for United since early last season. Brings in Rashford on the idea that Rashford's going to come in and do a magical performance like he does from time to time against Liverpool. But Rashford showed none of that kind of form recently. So who's to say that he would? Do you know what I mean? So you're looking at the Camboire. What's maddening for me about Camboire, and it goes to the talent identification of Ten Hag. Camboire, he's been there in training next to Lindelof, next to Evans, next to Maguire, and these players have been playing ahead of him. Not Evans. I'll give it. He's done pretty well for us this season. But how Kobbie bossed it today? He looked mint. Probably like Double was saying earlier, man of the match. Do you know what I mean? Incredible performance for us. He shut down Nunez. Do you know what I mean? Shut down Diaz a few times. Yeah. Hype man as well. Loved it.
Yeah. What a performance, man. Like, you know what? Just every tackle he made was correct. He was strong, physical, quick, like genuinely, man. Like,
mature.
Listen, man.
Very mature.
Sorry? Yeah,
it was very mature. Very mature performance.
Yeah. Very mature performance against Salah Nunez. They're probably the best attack in the league, you know what I mean, in terms of goals and whatnot. Like, they're a joke this season. They could destroy any team. But the fact that, like I said to you, they got the what do you call it? He got a unbelievable performance out there. It was ridiculous, man. Man. I thoroughly enjoyed the performance. I really did, man. Yeah, him and Maguire to a certain extent did their thing today. You know what I'm saying to you? I thought Dalot was good as well. But it's just that midfield and attack that let us down. Again, shock. I know Wan-Bissaka got the penalty, but again, midfield and attack let us down. The back line, majority of the time, the back line do their job. I know we concede a few goals here and there, like we conceded 4 against them lot and whatnot, but majority of the time, it's not our back line that's a problem. It's our midfield and the attack.
Is that coaching? Is that the players? Because I was saying it on last week's show. As soon as one of our midfielders gets on the ball, everyone scatters. There's no one to be seen for 20 yards. There's no one coming short. There's no kind of giving goals. There's no movement. They've got kind of no chemistry in the midfield. And to me, that's got to be down to Ten Hag. Do you know what I mean? He's got to be telling these players to pull into play closer together, which allows the overlapping runs. I don't understand that. He says he's got clear, defined tactics that we can see. I mean, these are just bad tactics. Do you know what I mean? Getting your midfield to spread as soon as you're holding or your number 8 comes and picks the ball up. Yeah. You've got to get someone coming short. You look at their midfield whenever on the ball. These players around them, they've got options and they're moving. That just doesn't exist. And we talk about the players again. Good managers. They never get the full 11, the full subs, the full fucking academy. Do you know what I mean? They don't have the entire squad, their squad. They have to deal with players that they've been inherited. Do you know what I mean? So when that happens, they teach them and they bring them on. They give them technical lessons and they get him on the training ground. Nice. Just simple passes, just brings up the standards. Do you know what I mean? He's able to you see him raise up the levels. You saw that with Jurgen Klopp. You saw that with Pep Guardiola. You see that with the top coaches. This manager is not improved a single player for this team. Some people may argue Dalot's been improved, but Dalot in some of the big games has been a little bit sus. And also, he was decent. He was decent for early periods under Mourinho and over AC Milan. So it showed he's got that potential there in him. So I'm not seeing anything that he's improved Ten Hag in any of these players. If anything, we've seen massive regressions across the board from almost all players. And it's just the simple things. All you've got to do is we struggle to make 5-yard passes, 10-yard passes. How many times we spoke about like keeping the ball for like a minute? Just holding on to the ball for a minute. That's all we're asking for. We get to like 10, 15 seconds. We've already give the ball to Keller. Do you know what I mean? Already, Quanza's got the ball. And what's happening? Just simple 5-yard passes. Just keep the ball, move, hold a little bit of possession, build up the play in the final third. You saw that in the first half with Liverpool. How many times in the first half Liverpool on the ball and they just kept moving the ball left to right until they found the openings, until they stretched us a little bit, and then they went and cut through us. We can't do that. We just spam attacks down one side or spam balls in behind. And that, to me, it's down to the coach. It's down to what the players have been told. You can't tell me those players are being told that, right, hold on to the ball, keep the ball. Let's try and hold on a little bit of possession. Let's not lose it. Let's not force the ball in behind too early. Let's get our players up the field into the final third so that we get numbers into the box so that we can feed them then into the box and get movement in the box. Get the wide players making inside runs. Get the Højlund coming short. Those things aren't being taught to these players. These players are being told, look, as soon as you see the number 6 or Bruno on the ball, make that run over the top, running behind, and we'll spam it long. And then if they get the ball, go and press. What that does to the players, as we've seen with De Zerbi tries that press system where you give it to your opponent and then you press in. it drains the legs of the players. These players, and Bruno, listen, I'm not defending him, but the man was running ragged today. He was all over the field. Do you know what I mean? Madness. It's just, and it's clear to see that it's him. Listen, let me finish. Anyone defending Ten Hag and anyone who's Ten Hag at this point, you're an enemy of Manchester United Football Club. I'm saying it's horrendous. You're an enemy of the football club because there's nothing redeemable about this man to say that he can get us doing anything moving forward with his football club. Nothing. How's it going, Flawless? All right.
Yeah. My apologies to Saeed. My apologies to you two. The chat.
Nah, it's cool, man.
My bad. Apologize, man. United put me in a deep sleep. So my apologies.
That's what they do, man.
I do. I apologize, man. That's on me. So yeah, my apologies to everybody, man. For real. But yeah.
It's all love, man. We're gonna ask you, how's your kind of analysis of the game, man? What are you saying, man? How are you looking at it from your point of view?
So results wise, excellent. That's what it was. Yeah. I was saying this going into the game for the first time ever. We're playing Liverpool and I'm at Old Trafford and I'm saying it's not a must win. Just don't lose. We was literally there to spoil the party. To use the analogy in real life, we go into the party. We ain't going to dance. We're not going to get any drinks. We're not going to drug y'all. We're literally there to make sure the party gets locked off. We are there to cause scenes and make sure it's as uncomfortable for everyone there. And we did that in regards to the result. So the result part is the positive, and that's pretty much the only positive to the game. Other than that, horrific. It was horrendous. Liverpool being better, we can all accept that. That's fine, but not keeping the ball. Now, how about you, man, just pass the ball to somebody? See that round white thing on the pitch? Pass it to somebody else in red. Like, take care of it. Because when Liverpool do have an off day, which they did, because look at the amount of chances they created, that Nunes, the Nunes one sticks out, not squaring it back. There was multiple, but that's the one where you should have squared it back to Szoboszlai, and you see it back and you're like, that's awful. But there was just very little positive. Like from a technical aspect, it was woeful. Unable to keep the ball. What was it? First time since 2015, we've not had a shot in the first half. Not a shot on target. Didn't have a shot. And there'll be another stat, and there'll be teams that are way worse than us that Liverpool play in terms of talent. That doesn't happen to. Teams will go to a championship side will go to Liverpool in a domestic cup, and that stat won't happen. Or they'll play them at their place, and that won't happen. That's how far off we are. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it was just very low positive from a defensive standpoint. We were woeful, conceding shots. Onana was decent. He made a couple of very, very good saves. In particular, the early one from Szoboszlai with the left foot. Offensively, non-existent. When people ask why I'm myself or you three or other fans are so critical, show them that game. Because what was like, Ash said it best yesterday, and I've been using that quote all week when he's been saying what was good. And I meant it last week when I said, Ash, I was so mad still last week. I couldn't even put into words and explain very well how I was feeling and what I was trying to say, because my head was still so hot from them performances we had seen. And that's very unlike me. And I've been quoting Ash all week when I say what is actually good. That actually goes from the manager today to the actual performance itself. Like, what was the good? Yeah, Camberwala, cool, you can say. That is definitely a positive. I thought Dalot was decent defensively. Casemiro had a couple dodgy passes, but I thought everyone else was poor to below poor. Like, I don't really, even Mainoo for his high standards, and it was a great goal. I don't think he was at his best, but I'll give him a blind because he's actually one of the few who's performed this season to a good level where you actually get the benefit of the doubt for not having the greatest of games. But yeah, it's embarrassing. That's what it was. And it wasn't embarrassing in terms of scoreline at any point. It's the manner in which it was. It was just wave after wave after wave of.
And they weren't good today, were they? Flawless. Do you know what I mean? They weren't.
Nah, they weren't even that great.
They weren't good. If they was good today, the show's over. That could have been easy 5, 6, 7, 8 if Liverpool was on it. And that's what I always say is when you play better sides, you do have to hope they have an off day. And they had an off day in terms of in front of goal. Everything else was spot on. Even the Bruno goal that we scored, mistake by them. I don't know where the keeper's at and what he's doing. And then the second one, but it's so bad. And it's Liverpool at home. It's Liverpool at home.
You know what? I feel like it's one of them where I had no hope in the world in it. I was just kind of like, just vibes FC, yeah. And like it's one of them where you're coming off the game and you're still not satisfied with a draw that you were never meant to get any points from. You know, how could you be how could you be dissatisfied with something that you didn't expect from anything from?
That's how bad it is, though, Saeed, is that even though I've said a draw is a good result, the performance took away. It was so bad I didn't even troll Liverpool fans on socials. That's how bad it was. Like, I didn't even get my chance. I didn't even troll. Like, I posted out the Carragher and Neville picture because it's funny, but other than that, I didn't message anyone. There's no tweets, nothing. Like, I didn't, and we legit could have potentially stopped Liverpool from winning the league, which was the aim. And it's like, you man completed the mission, but you completed the mission in such a bad fashion. It's like, yeah, all right, we got it done, but that's it. It's a tick. You know what I'm saying? If we were supposed to do, like that's it. It's just a tick in the box. It was nothing special. We ain't gonna talk about it, and it's light years away from the FA Cup game that we won. Like the performance wise, and I expected that again, and I thought we started off well. I thought we started off at that level, and then we just dipped and folded. And it was what can't get out. No shot, like I said, no shot. How many shots did we have in total in the game? It was 5 or 6. They would have definitely had 25, right?
We had 5 shots on target, 9 in total.
9 in total.
28, 7 on target.
Yeah, exactly, and that don't even tell the full story. In regards to possession and everything, it's just it was.
Yeah. You know what it is like. You know, I don't know. Like I said to you, I don't know what the chat is saying in terms of top 5. Like, I know it's done anyway, but it's like, you know, you have to look around and think, can we even finish top 6, top 7, man? Because, like I said, you've got teams breathing down our necks. You know what I'm saying? To the likes of, like, I think it's West Ham. You've got Newcastle coming around there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what we have the ability to do? You know why I think we'll finish in the top 6? Because we have an ability to accumulate points. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. I can't say, it's our defensive resilience and we counter-attack really well. Or the defense is poor. How were we level in that game? How was we winning that game in the 80+ minute? Someone explain to me after watching that game how.
It was 2 random goals. It was one wonder goal, and obviously 1 goal that was gifted to us in terms of they made a howler. That's what it was, because we didn't really create clear-cut chances. We didn't really create clear-cut chances.
2-1 up, and I was sat there in disbelief. I'm like, how was this happening? I looked at the scoreline, and it's like, how?
We robbed ourselves of points, you know. You think of the Chelsea game, you think of the Brentford game, you think of that game, and all them games. Those games are the games we should have seen out. Those games should have been marked off. Do you know what I mean? Just gifted them.
I saw someone tweet it saying collectively in those 3 games, we've been 6 minutes away from winning all 3. 6 minutes away from winning, and we fucked it, shit the bed in every single one of them, and. We took the lead in that game because that goal, that lucky goal of Bruno, knocked the wind out of their sails. They were so comfortable in that game, and jumping on the back of what Ash has said, and the biggest problem with Manchester United is Liverpool weren't even that great, but yet we're winning the game, and this is the problem with us against anyone. Liverpool, Brentford, bottom of the league, Luton.
Yep.
Teams don't have to play well to get something out of this Manchester United team. Do you remember when teams would have to play out of their skin? You look at teams who play get something out against Arsenal, you get something against City, you're playing out of your skin to next levels to try and get something. Teams just have to show up against United, just have to put it about them, just have to have an ounce of being able to play a little bit of football, and you will get at this Manchester United team. You will get chances. We know that. Liverpool weren't great, 28 shots.
And they were good, and you know what? A lot of the shots were good shots. They don't tell the context in terms of the quality. Exactly. Like if roles were reversed, we would have been absolutely livid if we would have missed those chances against anyone. And with what you mentioned, AA as well, about us being like 6 minutes away from winning all 3 of those games. No, what that also shows, we are not learning. Yep. We are not learning. We are not I don't believe we are focusing on this in the training. We are not having any special sessions or having any conversations about if we're up late in the game, this is what we do. Like game management and things of those nature. This is how we defend set pieces. There's no play. It's happened against Brentford. It's happened against Chelsea, and it's also happened against Liverpool. We are a boxer who continually gets knocked out by the same punch. How about you figure out how to stop getting hit by this overhand right?
how to
3
block.
times in a row, you've lost by the same punch. What would we say about that boxer? Oh yeah, you're not working on that. That's on you, and that's on your training team, and that's unacceptable.
It's this, man. It's this football, man. It's chaos football, man. Like, you know what's mad here? Liverpool again stooped to our level. You know what I mean? They didn't play the football that they normally play. They they got immersed into the basketball game that we play. And like I said, it happened last week because I told Grizz, and Grizz was like, "Yo, man, we went to your level." And this is it, man. Even Chelsea did it. You know, like the Brentford game. Okay, that was
Chelsea. Just don't give Chelsea that credit. Chelsea are just rubbish like us, so that's why
Chelsea, listen, they just drew to Sheffield United. They can
I'm going to say to all the Chelsea fans who were talking all that talk midweek, what happened? Oh, we're going to catch Manchester United. It'll be 5 points behind you. Hey, we are bad, but you are worse. And I will stand on
you lot need to take time, man. Man, were trying to do, the mental gymnastics and that. They were trying to do madnesses and that. I was like, yo, relax, man. But yeah, like I said, this 3-1-6, man. Someone needs to get a graph out there of like the, what do you call it?
Players' positions.
The positions, man. Because I tell you what, man, the United positions, it's crazy when you deep it, the average positions we take, and then, like I said, the way we are as a team, the way we get split open, it's just, bro, man, it's tiring, man. It's actually tiring the way we just get carved open every game. Well, like, generally.
Just going off what Thor said then, like about this team doesn't learn. I mean, just take it, not even all season, because all season they've not learned from consistently making the same mistakes. But even if you take it from Thursday to Sunday, we're winning the game in the entire numbers of a game, and you make a stupid fucking challenge in the box. How can you not learn to think? Wan-Bissaka to think, right? So this happened on Thursday with Delo on that side. Maybe I shouldn't jump in and make a stupid fucking challenge that's probably going to cost us the game. They can't even learn that. So I don't expect them to learn from mistakes that have happened all season long. Because I put that post out last week. The brain dead bunch. This is what this team is, and we have to accept that. This is what they are. They don't learn. They don't anticipate. We talk about Haaland not anticipating. The whole team don't anticipate danger. The whole team just.
Did you notice how many times Wan-Bissaka weren't tracking back? Double A. Do you see? He'd leave his man. You know what I mean? Salah would make a run, anticipate a running behind, and Wan-Bissaka. There's no anticipation with these players. There's no understanding, no kind of awareness of what's going to happen next. It's just they're reactive rather than proactive. Do you know what I mean? They see something happen and they go, "All right, I'll do that," rather than thinking, "Right, what is going to happen? I need to get back into the position to anticipate this is going to happen." I mean, it's so frustrating to witness that Wan-Bissaka challenge. He had no right to win that ball there. Like, even if I don't understand how he attempts to win the ball there, because he's not even close to the ball to try and win that, and he's going throwing his leg at it inside the box. Madness.
Yeah, it's, you know what? Like I said, it's just carnage, man. It's carnage. You know what I mean? What the demands of this team, and what when you actually look at it as well, the demands of these players that they have to do. I think for me, we're always quick to criticize here, but the system that they've been, the platform that they have to play in is bro. That's
it. So because you also say that's where I do have sympathy to an extent. However, then you lot as footballers need to realize, all right, this manager's not it. Let's just do the basics ourselves, even without the system. So Double A mentioned that, and that's crazy that I didn't think of that. We've legit give away 2 penalties late on. Is there no conversation? Hey, you know what? How about if we do concede late, let's make sure it's not a pen. Let's make sure Harvey Elliott just whips that top bins from that situation, and you go, you know what? Fair enough. Terrific conversation. Or how about we just keep the ball a little bit better? That would be a massive help.
The manager even said it. The manager said it on Friday. I think we brought up on the show on Friday. Yeah. The manager said, we need to learn to keep the ball better. We need to learn to pass it more and keep it, kill out the game. And I brought up the point of, you was on the side that Delo was on when he decided to make that stupid fucking run, thinking he was Pele, that lost us the ball, and then went down the other end and ended up scoring the winning goal. People say the manager can't influence the game from the sideline. Yes, you can. The sideline, you can pass on the message, kill the game dead.
Yeah, man. There's no in-game management.
And also, what are they doing from Thursday to Sunday? In that, you clearly look over the previous game and think, where can we do better? I think one of the bigger ones has to be in the dynamics of a game when you're winning. Don't make stupid fucking challenges in the box and look to see out a game properly. Clearly, that is not being passed on to these players because look at what happened today. We go make a stupid fucking challenge in the box and give away a penalty and don't win the game. And there's again, people have got to start saying, well, he's a right back. He's not a left back. Listen, he's been asked to do a job. He's not done his job correctly today for me. And I also, as well, picking up on that, why the fuck was he not playing left back on Thursday? If he's played left back against the FA Cup and he's done it again today, he definitely should have been playing left back against Cole Palmer, because clearly Dalot is our better right back and is instrumental in clearly the way Ten Hag wants to play in this formation or lack thereof. Why was he not doing it on Thursday? Because you don't need him against Mudryk. You don't need Wan-Bissaka against Mudryk. I'd rather be against Cole Palmer. And the pace, Dalot is a quick player. Dalot could have handled Mudryk all game. The fact he didn't do that and he's fucked him about again is, it's fucking just waffling.
You know what?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And also, just a flawless, do you think the attacking structure is right? You know what I mean? Like, does Garnacho, Højlund, and Rashford work? Like, because I'm starting to think that it doesn't work, to be honest with you. Like, I think Garnacho, as much as he, might give you assists here and there, but he's very, very much himself first. Rashford, listen, we all know him. Yeah, he's always head down. You seen it with the left-hand side when he was down the left-hand side and he put the ball out. Yeah.
When he was running down. Yeah. And I just said, win something. Yeah. That's what I said. I said, just like win a throw in there. You can clearly see there's 2 free players. Just kick it against someone and get the throw and then you're calm and you dribble it out.
What's your best front three?
That's trick question, man. That's a trick question. Front three, not see. I suppose you have to. Yeah, it's terrible. That is definitely like Diallo has to play. And that's not because I think Diallo's the answer. It's simply because I've not seen him, whereas the others have. So I'd say Diallo. I would say Højlund, because he is legit the only recognized striker we have. So it has to be Diallo, Højlund, probably Garnacho. That's probably our best front three to me. Diallo from the right.
So I'd go for that.
Garnacho from the left.
I disagree. I would say Diallo, Anthony, and Højlund. Because I think as much as you do about Anthony, I think I would go Diallo left and I would put Anthony right.
One thing I will want to say though is Rashford should hang his head in shame, because you've been outplayed by Alanga a couple seasons ago.
Bro.
And now you're being outplayed by Anthony. Like Anthony looks better and is more of a threat than you. Like he actually wanted to start and he looked bright coming off the bench. And you were worried about why people question your commitment. And he's shown it in the first couple. Like he flew into a couple of challenges and then you just disappeared again. In regards to Saeed, you're saying is our attack a problem now? I've been talking about our attack since last season. Our attack was the entire time Ten Hag has been here, our attack has been a problem. Last season we had the success we had based off defense. Defensive players and our defensive structure. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, bro. Sorry to cut you off. Cool. I saw it the other day. Over the 2 seasons, right? I'm pretty sure this is true. Correct me if I'm wrong. The goal difference is plus 14.
Something like that.
Bro, swear down.
2 seasons.
Swear down.
14.
Nah, you lying to me.
Something like that. It was only like plus 11, 12 in the last season. It's now. And
let me find out here.
And what is it? -1? It's -1 now.
Doing it.
It's -1 now. It's -1 now.
Right. So to answer your question again,
-1.
Our attack is woeful.
We had 15 last season. 15. Yeah, you're right.
Plus 14 over 2 seasons, bro. Fuck, get out. And people want this man to have another season. Get out of this. When you ask him why, and listen, this was Marcelo.
No reasons.
No. Apparently, we win the ball back more than any other team in the league.
You know why that the case is? You know why we win the ball back more than any team in the league? Because we probably give the ball away more than any team in the league. Like, you know what they showed on the screen? And it was like 50, 60 minutes into the game. So there was still like a major part of the game to go. Or Manchester United, it was like 158 blocks, like Premier League high. And I was like, we in the wrong sport. We need to be in the NBA with all these blocks.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah,
Man, I
yeah,
knew
we
he
NBA.
left.
You know what I'm saying?
Man was
We
on playback, yeah.
those that know NBA. We are Wembenyama, the 7'4" Frenchman. You know, like he's getting all the blood. That's us. We
Ratty.
are the San Antonio Reds. That's what we are. Hella blocks. We in the wrong spot. Playoff starts this month. We need to
How
get
bad are
over
they?
there.
How bad are they? How bad are they? San
Nah,
Antonio.
the Spurs are yeah, they're not a good side still. But Wembenyama's like the star player. Like
He's a monster. He's a freak.
Yeah, because he's 7. For those that have seen, what's crazy is for those that have seen like the Little Rascals, you know, like when all the kids will stand up on each other and on shoulders and they're on the long coat. That's what Wembenyama looks like with the long coat on. Throwback, you know what I'm saying? For those that know about Little Rascals, classic. So yeah, Wembenyama's
He-Man Haters Club. Let's go, Little
See,
Rascals. Let's go.
Alfalfa. Yeah. Classic. I used to watch that film on the daily as a kid.
Mad.
That film is class.
Compare that to any other team in the league.
You hella blocks and look at it. If
-1.
you think about it, you man was there. Look how many times Liverpool shot and someone blocked it, whether it was Delo or Camberwala or like season high blocks. But yeah, our attack is woeful. But we do have the best chance creator in Europe. Let's not forget that. Because where was he today? Shocking performance.
Well, he got that one goal in it. He got that one goal, and then
he scored the one wonder goal, and that was it. I was like, you understand we not playing in white and green? Does he think we playing for Portugal?
I think that was supposed to be a ball in behind. I don't think that was supposed to be.
Bro, you know what's mad?
Clearing the lines.
I had messages saying, hold that, man, hold that. Because I tweeted, I said, yo, Bruno Fernandes, you know what I mean? He's for me, like I would sell him. And like I said, you know what I mean, people want to hate on me with that point.
You know, it's bad, Saeed, sorry to cut you off. Even the Bruno defense league has gone quiet.
The switch didn't you know?
Even they've gone quiet. And it's one thing is hard to shut down is like Player FC. That's one thing that is very quiet. They loud.
They turned into 127 hours. They're all cutting their arms off to get away from it, bro. The traps are like, nah, fuck this.
Crazy.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Bruno out there putting in 16 out of 10 performances. If you know, you know. If you know,
By the way, can I just say the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
I big up the panel. As for
Yo, my dad is just scared me up, man. Anytime that 16 out of 10 comes out, you have to play that
oldest video on the internet. That is on.
Yeah.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Do you know that video needs titling as "Two Girls, One Cook"? Do you know what I mean?
Bro, it's mad. It's mad.
Yo, that video, yeah. It was
well played on that low flawless. Do you know what I mean? You kept me composure on that one.
Yo,
someone had to.
That was cool.
Hey, shout out to the remix, the edits. Hey, 16 out of 10 merch coming this week as well, you lot. I'm dropping it.
Without
16 out of 10 teams are on their way, man. Trust me. They will be available at some point this week. Pre-orders, and we obviously you already know we are selling them at the great price of £16.10.
Oh, that got me up.
You know what I'm saying?
That got me up.
Look at Ash crying.
That's horrendous.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Everywhere. Oh, it's great. It's wonderful. Hey, Ryan, hold that, man. You deserve it. You know what I'm saying? That's no problem. You deserve it.
Hold that. But no, that, like I said, I think that defense that attack is a joke, man. It's an absolute joke, man. 14, like I said last season, and then now -1. You know what I mean? 12 losses, 4 draws now, 15 wins.
17 in the season losses, I think, Said. 17 in losses in the season, though. Do you know what I mean? The worst season we've had for something like 50 odd years.
Is it? Oh shit! Oh, that mad. 11 points behind. You know what's mad, yeah? It's the gap is getting a bit like embarrassing as well, man. 11 points. Like you could be 5 points behind, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know, a couple of points. But the fact that we're 11 points behind them, yeah, is that is a disgrace, man. I'll be real with you guys.
It's embarrassing.
That's a disgrace, man.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, you know.
Oh, it's
embarrassing.
It's like you know, it's hard to disagree with what you were saying the other day and what you've been asking is he the worst manager since Fergie? Like I still say Moyes because I think Moyes just wasn't ever built for Manchester United. And listen, the reputation Ten Hag had, looked like he was more built for Manchester United. So he had more pedigree coming into the job than I ever thought David Moyes ever was. So I think David Moyes definitely is the worst. But in terms of a manager actually in terms of a manager that's seen out a full season at Manchester United, he's far and away the worst manager we've had since Fergie, because there's nothing. There's not nothing. And I'm not. It's not revisionism or anything like that. But you go back to last season and how lucky we are. I mean, if we meet Manchester City in the League Cup, we don't win anything, do we? Let's be honest. Like, because they had our number from the get go. So it's you look at it now and how this season has fallen off a cliff and how bad we are. It's not even the case of we're unlucky. It's not even the case that we've had. You look at Wolves, really bad rub of the green in a lot of games and decisions go against them. It's not that. We are fundamentally and wide-eyedly shit. We are fucking shit. And that is the only way we can describe what we're seeing. That it's turgid shit football. And, these people that still wanting to stick around, like, I guarantee if you asked 1,000 supporters of every other Premier League team, would they have Erik Ten Hag in as manager of their club with the way he plays football? I put a large amount of money on every single one of them saying not a fucking chance. Not a fucking chance. So why should we stick by him and expect him to turn it round when the evidence is there that he fucking cannot do it? He cannot do the job. And it's okay to admit he cannot do this job and the job is too big for him and we need to move on. Listen, Bayern Munich, are not going to win the league for the first time since I said it to you the other day, wasn't it? That the last time they didn't win the league, Harry Kane was at Millwall. That's how long ago it was since they won the league.
Mad, didn't it?
I think for the first time in years, they've lost more than 5 games. Their manager is not sticking around. By April, we've lost 12 in the league with -1 goal difference. Yet people think he can do a better job with people that might come into the club in 2024. There's rumors he might not be till 2025. Why do we think this manager can do anything to make good?
Yeah.
And people making excuses that, well, all the injuries, once he gets all these players back, it'll be fantastic. Off. And that's based
on
everyone here
as well. He's got everyone here mostly back.
That's based on 50 minutes against Wolves. And we still almost shit the bed then. It took a wonder goal for us to get through that game. So what are you watching or seeing or hearing from him that makes you think, do you know what? Give him another 5 or 6 players and we might start to see this. And I've said it so many times, the idea of Ten Hag is much better than reality. And that's all.
You see Jim Ratcliffe? You see Jim Ratcliffe when he's shaking his head? Did you see that?
The
video?
No. Oh, he was there.
Yo, he was there, man. He was there, bro. Man shaking his head and that. Let me show you the video here. This is at half time, people. Let me show you this video right now. This is at half time, people. Half time.
Manchester United have been.
Which you'll see him now. You see that, yeah?
Yeah, but all he's been asked there is, have you had some of the chicken at Old Trafford? He's like, fucking no chance. That's
Sam Allardyce telling, you know what's mad, yeah? Sam Allardyce is telling him, yo, I play better football than this. And he's probably thinking, yo, man, that's embarrassing. You're right, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, man, I play better football than Sam Allardyce. And he's like, yo, man, what's going on here, man?
Big Sam, he would, because Big Sam will get more out of this, because like this whole thing about so injuries is not an excuse for you to your system to completely fall away. You should still be able to string passes together with whoever is available. We should still look the same. Everybody else has injuries. Everybody has injuries. Newcastle have injuries. Brighton have injuries. Liverpool have injuries. How come no one's talking about Liverpool's injuries? Trent's missing. Konate's missing. Jota's missing. Are they not key players? Are they not key? Are they not 3 very, very key players for Liverpool? Or do we still
Gravenberch missing as well?
Yeah, it was Gravenberch. Yeah, Gravenberch. So that's what. But how come they still look the same? How come anytime I watch Liverpool, despite who's missing, even when they beat Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, they still look the same? City, we don't talk about City's injuries. There's times where I've used this
There you
before.
go.
Stones, who's their best centre back, has been missing. De Bruyne, who's their best midfielder, has been missing, and Haaland, who's their best attack, has been missing, and they still look the exact same. What are we talking about?
Alisson as well.
Look at Aston Villa who are above us. They've had Tyrone Mings injured. They've had Jacob Ramsey injured. They've had Watkins injured. They've had some big injuries as well. Yet they're still pulling out these performances, still pulling out these results.
Brighton's team got decimated in the summer in regards to people buying their players, and they still look the same.
Let's be honest. All we're missing is Shaw, Varane, Martinez. That's the only team. That's the only players we're missing.
So we're saying that. So we're saying those three, and like again, people just clutching at straws. In regards to saying we've had injuries, everybody has injuries. This is why you have a squad of 25.
Yep.
I'd hear this if we had a squad of I'd hear it if we had a squad of 11. I'd hear it if we had a bare 11 and then it was youth players after that and the drop off. But again, this is why you implement a system, because then even when the players of the highest quality are not there, the other players can go there and not look. That's why you think Conor Bradley don't look so out of place. Is he as good as Trent? No. He's nowhere near Trent's level in terms of Trent is a special talent. But because Conor Bradley has certain attributes, he can go there and play right back. But I put it this way, if Conor Bradley was playing for us, would he look that good?
Bro.
If he was playing right back for us, would he look that good? No, not a chance.
And
we talk about our body, but that's how important that's what the system is there to do. Support. That's why.
Yep.
That's what it is. Most people who are doing day jobs, you know what I'm saying? Well, just like myself when I've done day jobs, you couldn't really care less about the said job. So they put a system in place to cover up our deficiencies. Because I didn't care. As most people who are there are just there for the money. That's what it is. All we talking about here. Basics.
Yeah. But you know what it is, though? You know what it is? You got to trust the squad. And that's the problem what Ten Hag doesn't do. He doesn't trust the squad. You know, you got to trust the squad. You got to be able to get players who, you know, are not playing, you know, to like I said, you got so many players on the bench that you don't trust, you know, and that doesn't bring squad morale, you know, it doesn't, you know, I mean, whether you like it or not. So, yeah, today youngsters came in, the Carrington lot, the youngsters came in and pulled in again, man. Kobbie, Mainoo and Kobbie. You know, the youngsters are coming in and showing that, it feels like the Van Gaal time all over again, you know, where the youngsters like, you know, got him over the line and whatnot. But, you know, this right now, like I said to you, Bournemouth, you don't know what you're going to get over there. Then you got Coventry. And then you got two kind of fairly easy games at Sheffield United and Burnley. But you know what it is, yeah? It's the fact that, you know, the football, I just don't think we'll get better. But we'll get the results maybe, but we won't play the football. And it'll be like for the rest of the season. You know, and it's just, again, just kind of getting towards the end of the season. I'm ready for the end of the season, man. I've told people, man, I'm emotionally checked out. You know, yesterday I was shouting and whatnot, but deep down I was like, you know, same old, innit? You know what I mean?
Because it's Liverpool at home, so you're going to be. I mean, I was invested for the first 20 minutes or so because it's Liverpool at home. So that's, we could be 10th and they could be 11th. And it's still the same just because it's Liverpool. Like, forget that the stakes on the game in regards to them going for a league title, them trying to match our league title. So that adds to it. Of course, the place is going to be rocking. And then you see what's served up. You see that from the manager and you see that from the players. And then there's people in the chat, obviously put up a couple comments, still backing it. It's whatless. Like I said it last week, I'll say it again, whatlessness. There's nothing good about this club whatsoever. There was nothing good today, bar the result. You mentioned Kambawala. Dalot, like I say, you're talking 3 players out of everything, and there's still people defending.
Can I give you one thing good for us?
Yeah, go.
The fact that we sent Klopp away on his farewell tour without us beating us this season, one of our worst managers. Do you know what I mean? Didn't get one victory against us this season. Beautiful. That.
That's it. But Ashley's right when he says like fans are the fans are, what's the word? Well, I can't remember the word you used, but you said it was like basically it's not a good thing fans backing this. Like, you are divisive at this point if you are backing this. But if we were all together and all actually protested properly, we get these lot out. But you lot ain't serious. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
there's actual serious protests. Like, obviously, Saeed, the one you said, you was there, I was there. I'm fully with it.
Yeah.
If we're about serious change, give me a shout if we're about serious change. I'm all for that and do what needs to be done. But people are just going like, I say, some of our fan base, I'm convinced, would be like, we could get relegated and they would still try and find a positive. Or we can regroup. It's good to be in the championship for a season. Find out who wants to be here and all this rubbish.
I weren't today there, but Saeed, you were. And what was it like in the first half? What was it like before the build-up of the game and stuff?
You know what it is? Yeah, it weren't great, man. It was quite quiet Old Trafford beforehand. You know, it was anxiety, bro. It's anxiety. That's what it is, man.
Resigned to no losing.
Crowd. Yeah, anxiety crowd, anxiety football. That's how I explain it. And obviously that goal got the crowd up, but then this guy just killed all the momentum by taking off them substitutions and just messing up the whole game. And then after that, it was kind of almost like, let's just get over the line. Apart from that Anthony chance, which, you know what I mean? I thought it was like an Ahmad one all over again. That was probably the only kind of chance we had. And that was it. Just killed the form momentum. Subs killed the game off. And that's why I put in the title, did the subs kill the game off? I think it did. You know what I mean? Because it gave us a negative, you know, impact. Whereas their substitutions were quite positive in Elliott and maybe the one in midfield, forgot his name, Curtis Jones. Apart from that, you know, we didn't really create much after that. And it was a case of seeing the game out. And it was relief. Relief. Everyone at home. We were like, you know, we stopped the Scousers from winning the game. And that was it. We've done our job. We stopped the Scousers from winning the league, and then Arsenal, you know, do your job. You know what I mean? If you want to do your job, do your job. If not, then cool. It is what it is. But
if you want to do your job, do your job. I love that. That's the remix from the King one. I like that. Yeah, that's fine. He's right. You spot on. But yeah, that is the positive that we did. We spoiled it. But like that's it in regards to the way we did it. Like we're not asking for worldy performances, just better than that.
Yeah.
And do you know why it sits uneasy with me that we're here sitting, we throw a spanner in the works of Liverpool's title charge. That knocks me fucking sick. I'll be honest with you. I can't. How has this club been allowed to fester to get to that level where, you know, I was on a space with some Liverpool fans and that, and you know they can't wait to talk about us being mid-table club, and it's the fact that Liverpool fans are saying this is our FA Cup final, like the FA Cup game was, and you know, the little team are looking to put a spanner in the works of the big club. I'm old enough to know this is United. This is what United did. This is United with the big boys running into town, and everyone wanted to spoil our day. I never once have I looked at it like that today. I never once thought that I want to win because I want Manchester United to win and I want to beat Liverpool. I don't look at the outside story or narratives around stopping them winning the league, because if Manchester United can't win the league, I don't give a flying fuck. Obviously, I don't want Liverpool or City to win it, but that's just because I hate them both. But I'm not saying I'm sitting here wanting us to stop them winning the league. I want us to win the league, win a game, because I want Manchester United to win games, and anything above that is no interest of mine. But I've said it so many times on the show. I feel like it's just I need to just get it tattooed on my forehead. I'm fed up, man. I'm just frustrated and fed up of the blindness that this club just is allowed to be secondary and substandard in every single aspect of how we go forward and how we even just conduct ourselves in every way. It's laughable, and it gets thrown about so many times. Arsenal have had it, Chelsea have had it, Liverpool have even had it a little bit. But we really are the quintessential banter club. I mean, you even look at little bits when Mount scored against Brentford, and the Twitter account puts
the club, Twitter account, I see that.
Man in West London, and then 3 or 4 days later, it's getting quote tweeted by Chelsea fans because Cole Palmer's just scored a hat-trick against us. It's like, mate, but we just get bantered left, right, and center. It's a joke. And listen, we'll talk about him so much more. I don't trust the new ownership at all. I don't think they're going to do what people think
they've got to watch that, though. They've got to see that and look at that. It's not good enough, man. You can't be saying you're satisfied with that, man.
But the reason why I have my major doubts over them,
man.
The reason why I have my major doubts over them, Saeed, is because they were willing to work with the Glazers. I'm looking at anybody. That's what it is. People could say, oh, well, they're getting 25% now and then get 25% down the line and then go and get full control. If you really, truly care about Manchester United, which you say you do, you're willing to work with the people who are pretty much mostly to blame as to why we're in the situation we're in. And you know firsthand because you're the people and the hierarchy that have to fix everything. So imagine the stuff we don't know as fans behind the scenes that's going on. If all of this is from the outside looking in is bad, and this is wrong and this is not in place and everything's bad on the pitch and everything's bad off the pitch. Imagine what we don't see. And you're willing to work with these people. Like I say, I like the way they've gone about their business so far. Jim Ratcliffe has spoke well. Do I see anything changing? No. Obviously, there's going to be conflicting reports in regards to if the manager is going to be here this next season. However, that decision should have already been made. And if he is still here next season, then he's out. And he can plain and simple. Don't care what we do in the summer. We could have a terrific summer. We could have a quality DOF and get everything in place. Have a good summer. Styles clear. We go and get if Ten Hag is still here, any us out. If we go and do the foolish thing that we've done so many times in regards to the transfer market and go and get the obvious signing, because all the managers we've been linked to are obvious. It's like no. Don't go get the obvious manager. Don't go get one of the bookies 4 to 5 favorites. Don't go get Southgate. Don't go get Potter. Don't go get a De Zerbi, etc. No, how about you just go left and catch us all out and go. You know what? Go and scout. Go and recruit properly.
Fact.
Because there's managers outside of those three. Don't do the obvious thing and go, oh yeah, let me go get, like, if we get Flick, cool, but actually, come up with a new idea.
The best bit of news I've seen today is that Potter is apparently on his way to Ajax. So thank God. Thank God. For
that. I heard that. Seen that.
It is that,
I think it stands on what Ineos are going to do with a manager in the summer. And if they get rid of him, if they sack him, and if they get a decent appointment, someone like a Nagelsmann, someone like a Flick or an Amorim, then we can start to be excited. And you these talks of Graham Potter and Southgate. I mean, there's nothing more depressing than hearing one of them potentially being the manager of Manchester United. That just what Double A saying there about us being a banter club, and that's what we're becoming. And when you're getting managers like Southgate and Potter who have not got anywhere near the caliber to take over a club like Manchester United, and kind of no proven track record to go and win any kind of trophies, we're going to get we're potentially being linked with those managers. We heard over the last couple of days we were linked with Thiago Motta from Bologna. Who that was an interesting out of left field. He's going Juve now, though, isn't he? Yeah, he's off to Juve. But there you go. But look at that side, Juve, a proper run club. Do you know what I mean? Get their man straight away, no messing about. For us, that's our most important thing. Look, going into the summer is what we got to get the manager right. We've got to get that appointment right. If we get that right, and we have to start Ten Hag, we can't be going into next season with Ten Hag again, allowing us to spend 100 million, whatever he's going to spend, and dictate the players moving forward, and players that are going to leave, and potentially players that he might want to keep as well going into next season. We've got to get someone, and I worry about Nagelsmann, who've been linked to a lot as well, because he's going into the Euros managing, so he's not going to have time to be thinking about. It's almost going to be a little bit like when Ten Hag came off the back of the World Cup. So it's a waiting game at the moment for us. And you know what? I'm not even bothered about the rest of the season. I'm just excited for who we're getting as the next manager. I'm already in the next phase. Do you know what I mean? I'm already excited about what we're doing next. Like, I'm done with this phase now. This is done. In my mind, this is over. I just want it all to get started now. Kick on into a new start, a new dawn of a new era for Manchester United. Ineos owners with Hansi Flick or Nagelsmann, or just a manager that's got that capability and the caliber to take on this job. Because we've seen that Ten Hag, no matter if you're Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out, whatever, you've seen that this man is not capable to take this club forward. Last season, the performances, there wasn't any performances. A lot of it was flattering to deceive. This season, he should have been. Saeed said it. Yeah, there was no performances. Like, you're thinking off the bat, what we're talking about? Maybe the Barcelona performance. That was it. Yeah. But the 7-0, he should have been sacked after that. The Fulham game where they got 2 men sent off, they win that game. Yeah. And this season, the 3-0 against Bournemouth, that's sackable. Just the amount to finish bottom of your Champions League group with Galatasaray and Copenhagen. Yeah. 1 win. Most conceded goals in English history.
A shit Bayern who were getting battered left, right, and centre.
It's Bayern as well.
Do you know what I mean? Like, one thing that I a little disagree with in terms of Nagelsmann, and is obviously with the Van Gaal thing coming after the World Cup, though. We didn't really have a bad summer when Van Gaal came in. Yes, he was probably the wrong man maybe over the hill, but I think we got Di Maria, we got Herrera came that season as well. I think we had a decent summer. But what that means we have to do is what I wanted them to do, I said it on here before, is the day Ineos were cemented as taking 25% sporting control. That day, that the plan moving forward for the summer should have been implemented. And this is what pisses me off about them. This is why I'm worried about them, is because we say that on Friday, Wilcox and Ashworth might not be here until January next year, right? So you're telling me your technical director or sporting director, whatever, and your director of football aren't going to be here for almost a year. What are you planning for? And he can't just be Barada doing it. And apparently they love Darren Fletcher. What do you love about him? The fact how he puts cones out. What the fuck?
No, they're getting a technical director, so that means he'll be moved from that position.
But apparently they love him and want to stick around. Yeah. For what? Like, what does he do? He doesn't do for call.
Yeah, but Murtaugh's out. Can we just celebrate that for a moment? Murtaugh's gone. I mean, that was glad to hear that this week.
You know what? If you still got your boots and shin pads, mate, get in the squad. You know what I'm saying? That's what you can do. Get in the squad.
If you remember double A moment, you remember there was talk about Murtaugh staying for a little while, weren't they? He's going to be part of the plans and stuff. And then it took a month or two, and then he's out now. So maybe, hopefully, that's the same thing that's been briefed with Darren Fletcher. Maybe we might be looking to move him on, but he's got to find a role somewhere else first, So we're sweetening him by saying, look, we'll give you a good word. We say you're still in with the club. You try and get yourself somewhere else. Once you find yourself somewhere else, then that's us done. We wipe our hands.
Stick to putting the cones out. That's what I would say. But I think cones. in terms of managers, I think it's so important. I mean, the problem Ineos find themselves is that first appointment they make has to be spot on, because I think the scrutiny is there in the family from a lot of us. Like someone in the chat saying Amarim, as much as I would love him, Liverpool bound has to be.
Arsenal maybe.
I think it'd be Liverpool. I think the Premier League is such a draw, taking over Klopp, and look what he's doing. I was watching the highlights from the game against Benfica. They're fucking brilliant now. They're sporting. Whatever you can say the league, but the way he has them playing is unbelievable. So it's slim pickings, and like you say, finding that next manager. Motto was a nice surprise. Like to be linked with someone that no one would have thought of at all. I worry that he manages to get out of this and he stays next season. But I think that might be a lot more down to the fact if we don't get Ashworth or Wilcox through the door, I think he could find himself sticking around, which is kills anything for next season. Kills us.
I'm putting my faith in Barada though. I hope that guy's serious.
Yeah, that's my best bet anyway. Omar Barada doing something, but we'll find out.
And that's what they're there for in regards to going to get a technical director, a director of football, and all these things, and then then finding a new manager and then hiring the new manager. And again, not waiting for the system and the style should have already been decided before we interview new managers. You go and get managers that fit that style. Like I said before, I said it last week, we are a restaurant and you have no idea what food we are cooking. There's no cuisine. One day it's Caribbean, the next day it's Italian, next time it's Thai. We have no idea whatsoever. And Ash hit the nail on the head when he was talking about the phases. It's like, I've been done with this phase checked out. This game, the Arsenal game in the semi-final, were the only ones. Other than that, I'm literally just I'm just here because I have to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because that's what I didn't even know vibes. I just mentioned it again about being in the next phase. I say it's like how I watch Marvel now. I'm just waiting for X-Men. That's it. I'm just waiting for them to introduce the X-Men. I don't care what's going on. I even watch Marvel's the last film because of the cutscene at the end. Spoiler, but you lot should have seen it by now. They had like a couple of the X-Men at the end. I was like, all right, cool. This is what I'm here for. Don't care about what's going on currently. And that's how it is at Manchester United. It's all summer. Because everybody's on the clock and we're going to find out if everybody's true to their word or you lot have just been talking a good game. Walk it like you talk it. No Migos.
The sad thing is as well, how many seasons have we had that where it's like, just get to the summer and let's see what happens.
And then you got to summer and it's all one disappointment. You know what I'm saying? It's true.
And then you sign Amrabat.
True. Yeah, there you go.
Fucking hell, man.
Listen.
Facts, yo. Listen, we're gonna 16 out of 10 summer, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, listen. It's crazy. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Make sure you don't like the video. I think we've hit 500 likes. I'm not sure if we have. Yeah, we've hit over 500 likes. If we get to 600 likes, that'll be amazing. We're gonna redirect over to Flawless. He's got a show on. I think it's a Yardman edition, isn't it?
Yeah. Premier League podcast, Yardman edition. So you know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be Lex and Kaneki. It's gonna be Liverpool fan, United fan. They're gonna have plenty to say on this game. Trust me.
There you go. There you go, people. So make sure you check in that one. My vlog, I'm going to bring it out in the next 10 minutes. So people, make sure you check out the vlog. That'll be dropping in the next 10 minutes or so. Ash, big up to you as always, man, for coming on.
No, I appreciate it. Always a pleasure being on a Sunday. And Saeed, yourself, Double A, Flawless, the boys in the chat and that. I appreciate you getting involved in that, and make sure you're hitting them like buttons as always. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, big up, man. And Double A, big up to you as always, bro.
Yeah, man, as always, thank you for the invite to be on here. Obviously, chopping up with the boys, Ash and my hype man, Flawless. As late as he is, it's worth the wait. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
No AO this week as well. Do you know what I mean? I was on my best behavior this week.
So, hey, I missed most of the show. I might have missed one. Was the no AO?
Genuinely no AO. No AO this week.
Yeah, you know what? That's how you know United were bad. That Double A was like, I ain't dropping no AOs.
Yeah.
No AOs.
Yeah.
No AOs, man.
They've killed the AOs. Obviously, as always, big up to Saeed opening his doors to let everyone come through and just talk shit as we like to do about Manchester United Football Club. Best chat on YouTube, big up to you all. Always appreciate your influence and your takes on football. If you like me, the Double A FC on YouTube, Talking Kit on YouTube, just head over there, check us out, see what we've been putting up on there, and have a good week. And we go again Saturday, don't we, I guess?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Bournemouth is the game. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Make sure you head over to Flawless. Like I said, the vlog will be coming out in the next 5 minutes, so check out that as well. But we have been Saeed TV, and we're out.